Has someone done to ruin your life that backfired immediately? I was working as a manager when I was assigned a new member to my team, Evie. She was in her mid-20s and was pretty fresh out of college. She was the kind of person who could yap your ear off about all of her ideas and plans and what she was working on, but never really seemed to have anything to show for it. When I talked to her about clients complaining that she wasn't getting back to them, she would always have an excuse about how difficult they were, how snowed under she was, and how she had written an email but it must have gotten lost in spam. So on and so forth. It got to the point where after one of our monthly meetings I called her in and explained that if she couldn't get her tasks done she needed to let us know so we could help delegate resources to make sure things weren't slipping through the cracks. I'll admit, I was pretty direct. Her performance was impacting the whole team, and my job was literally to keep the team on track. I get that people can be under pressure, that there can be stuff going on at home that impacts work, and that sometimes people need a bit of help. But if every time I ask about a project you say everything's good, I've got it under control, and then it all falls apart and your only response is to blame the client, then we have a problem. I explained that I wasn't going to start formal performance management or anything like that, but from now on I'd like her to check in with me on Monday mornings for 10 minutes to go over objectives for the week and to check if she needed support with any of her clients. I know it isn't fun to be micromanaged, so I tried to keep these check-ins short and mostly just offer assistance on stuff. She clearly hated my guts though, and apparently was hatching her own revenge. Now part of my role included the use of a company card, which wasn't in my name but I had access to. I was given the card to basically make small purchases for the office or spend up to $500 on clients. The card was kept in an office I shared with another team manager, where we both could access it when we needed it. One day I got a call from my boss asking about a few abnormal purchases on the company card. A Photoshop subscription, a couple of Uber Eats orders, an HBO subscription, etc. I say I don't know anything about them and they should check with the other team manager. Apparently, the other team manager didn't know anything about them either, because after the weekend I get called into the big boss's office. After my colleague and I had denied involvement, accounts started calling the companies to find out where the transactions were coming from. They said that not only were the accounts in my name but they were also registered to an email address with my name in it too. I can't describe what it felt like to be in that meeting. I felt physically sick. I couldn't work out what was happening. I was so shocked I didn't know what to say. I felt like I was about to get fired and I couldn't understand how that was even possible. The director was going on about how access to the card was a privilege and that I had signed an agreement about appropriate use and so on and so forth. I denied that I had been using it inappropriately, and the boss listened but I could tell he wasn't that convinced.